What is a unique or weird hobby that you have had, or maybe you currently still have that hobby? For me, there was a very long time, most of my life, basically, my strange or unusual hobby was writing rap music, writing rap songs, writing lyrics, and often recording them, and often publishing publishing them online. So, uh, yeah, maybe for you that's looked like the hobby was unusual because no one else around you where you lived was doing that hobby. Maybe it was something truly unconventional, and like you don't know anyone that was doing it at that time. Maybe it was like early, you adopted a trend early on and pursued that. But yeah, hobbies are great because they are these things that can kind of help us like get through life, sometimes get through the challenges of our lives. Sometimes we do them just because we want to. Other times we're in community with other people and it's this thing and you're like, yes, I want to do that. So I wanted to encourage you in your unique hobby, share a little bit about my rapper as a hobby era, the fun times I had being able to do that as a hobby. And I guess at the end I'll share kind of why I stopped. But yeah, there's a couple notes I wrote. But yeah, like I said, writing rap music and rap lyrics was basically a hobby of mine consistently from when I was about 14 or 15 all the way up until a couple years ago. And it's something I'm open to doing, but not necessarily something that I feel super like is necessary to do. There's definitely seasons of my life, years of my life where I felt like it was necessary. Like I have to do this. This is such a pivotal, important part of my life is being able to write lyrics, express my emotions. And so, yeah, it was a cool time to be able to do that. But the first thing I want to say is that countercultural gifts help us see the potential around us. And so even if you think about people in history who have changed the world, they had countercultural ways of thinking. They had different ways of looking at things. If you look at scientific inventions and things like that, right? There are so many things that we can that we have today because people thought outside the box. And so maybe you have this unique hobby or something you've been wanting to do. You're a little bit unsure of how to approach it, or you don't know anyone else that has that hobby. Pursue it. Go after it. Just embrace it and enjoy it while you're doing it, because you never know what could come out of it, the skills that you could develop, the things that it could impact in your life that lead to something else. I've got some homies who challenge my heart. Thanks to them, and I know that I got that double tap start like in Mario Kart. Red shell disasters, now I'm a star. Okay, she's well aware that I'm above average. Come on, I don't have time, like I cut classes. These scare tactics don't work, I barrel past them. I'm set, we take flight like pterodactyls. For me, I was writing these lyrics and I had no idea that it would open me up to really cool experiences with other local artists. There's always been obviously in my town, a local music scene, but specifically a hip hop scene. And it's looked different over the decades. And so I know people who were around before my time, who were in the music scene and participating in it. And there was just a cool community and even countercultural community here in my town. And it was so cool to have moments of being a part of that, being able to engage with other artists who were much more talented than me, who actually had legitimate gifts as artists, as writers, as rappers. And it was such a cool space to be involved in. And yeah, it led to opportunities, especially in my filmmaking career, where I was able to contribute to people's hobbies or people's creative gifts through my video skills and contribute shooting videos, music videos or shows, capturing content for them to post on social media. And so, yeah, this hobby that I had, maybe I wasn't able to necessarily express it directly, but it allowed me to engage with people who also shared the same hobby. The traffic's piled up. 5 miles straight of bad backed up traffic due to my rapping. You want bars and punchlines? Quit the sidestepping. You want a trilliverse? Asking for my email on a napkin? My bad, kid. My lizard tongue is whack at best when it shoots out. He shutting pride down like I was speeding and he was 2 cops. The next thing I want to share is about how you can use your creative and unique hobby to share what you know or to say what you know. For me, I was always writing lyrics from a place of a place that I knew of what to write about. Often I was venting emotions, writing just experiences as I wrestled with my own faith in high school or life as a young adult after college. So many different things that I was able to write about. I was often writing about breakups because that is something that I was experiencing and wanting to vent and express and just find creative ways to explore. At different times when I have been frustrated or discontent with my career, I would write songs about that and write lyrics just talking about that like frustration and that angst. So maybe for you, it's a little more abstract as far as what you say or sharing what you know. Maybe your hobby is a little more indirect in that way. If you're a writer, that's super easy. I think a writing tip that's often talked about is like, hey, write what you know. But yeah, maybe that looks a little bit different for you with the hobby or the creative, unique hobby that you have. But yeah, think about what experiences have you had and how can you express that through the vehicle of your unique hobby, through the art form that you have and are wanting to express. I think it's cool to be able to just write what you know. For me, it was just different songs of just where I was at in life and being able to think creatively and express my thoughts and emotions in unique ways. And it was a lot of fun. Or better yet, here we go. Or better yet, benevolence, ignorance, snoring like a sedative. I'm scared that they won't even let me in, but I'm hoping, work like apprenticeship. This is how it ought to be. I'm thinking that they thought of me. Boys and girls, they all will see I'm flowing from the honesty. Then the last thing I want to say is that if you like what you do, if you like the hobby that you have, it doesn't matter if you suck at it. It really does not matter if the quality is low or if the experience for other people maybe isn't just the best, right? Especially when we think about music and musicians. There are incredible musicians, incredible artists. There are also people who the talent just isn't quite there. And those people have found commercial success or they've found monetary success through that. And so we know that that is not the right threshold to think about our gifts and should we pursue a hobby. Hopefully for you, as you're thinking about your hobby, you're not thinking about it taking off as a career. It's always possible. Things like that could always happen. But my encouragement for you would just be to enjoy it as you have it. The more you do your hobby, the more the more you'll get good at it. You'll increase in your skill, or maybe it'll get more fun because it won't be as hard for you to do. I've had the opportunity to perform my original written lyrics, original songs in front of thousands of people. And that is not something that just happened because I was doing it at a really high level. It happened because I was in the right place at the right time, or I showed up with a unique skill and talent that no one else around me had. And there were opportunities like, hey, would you want to rap? People love to, hey, this kid's a rapper. Like that's a whole that's a whole thing that I experienced growing up is or people approaching me being like, hey, my son loves you. You're like he loves your rapping, right? And so that was my experience. But it was so cool having opportunities. People would go, wait, you can rap. Why don't you come over to this event, show up, rap a couple lyrics, whatever it was at the time. And so that was always just a really fun thing to be able to do and show up and be like, yeah, I can do that. Do you want me to do a cover? Do you want me to do an original, like a mashup? What does this look like? And it was just such a cool experience as a young adult to be going on stages in front of people. And again, it wasn't anything crazy. It was all just in my hometown, where I lived and worked, and in the places I was at school things, whatever it was. Always for fun, always to be able to challenge myself. And can I express myself in this way? Can I engage an audience? Can I put my creative and lyrical abilities on display in this way? So wherever you are at with your creative hobby, I hope that this video encourages you to just think a little bit outside of the box. Think beyond just what you can do or what you have done at this time. Maybe you have a creative hobby that you've given up on and you need to pursue it again. And maybe like it was for me, there was a comfort, there was a ability to just lean in and go, I'm going to go home and write some lyrics and process through and become vulnerable with my emotions through this way. And that, yeah, sometimes those lyrics written down would turn into a full song. Sometimes that full song would get turned into a recording, and sometimes that recording would get published online and produced in kind of a semi-professional way. And so, yeah, there was just always an openness for me as I pursued that hobby to go, hey, it is what it is, and I'm just enjoying what I'm doing. I'm not trying to perfect it or have it be this thing, but I'm trying to do it well, but also acknowledging my skills and abilities I'm not the best at this. I'm not the greatest at anything in particular, but just knowing, man, this is something I enjoy, something I want to do. It's a creative hobby that I want to pursue. And so that's what I did. So I hope you can do the same thing with your creative gifts. And yeah, just hope that this lesson and this kind of reflection on my rapper as a hobby era, I hope that it encourages you. Some unreleased bars. Some of y'all need patience. Cars you wreck just for your racing. I paid off my debt, I'm saving. Energy conserve, my wife and faith man. Two things who got me through when my soul was vacant. Bars. Bars, bars, bars. I hope you enjoyed these bars. What else? I think that's it.